English 121, Day 15, Incorporating Sources from the Allen and Bacon Guide, pages 558 to 572. As a research writer, you'll need to incorporate sources gracefully into your own prose so that your paper's focus stays on your own argument. There are many ways to do this. One way is through summary. Summary condenses a source's argument, keeping main ideas and omitting details. Remember the first assignment we did this semester. That was a summary of an entire article. You can also use paraphrase. This reproduces an idea from a source, translating it entirely into your own words. Instead of representing the entire source, it merely represents one idea from the source. Here's an example. According to Gross, most natural gas, like oil, comes from countries in the Middle East with whom the U.S. already has a tense political relationship. So this is paraphrasing his idea that natural gas comes from deposits in countries like Saudi Arabia and Qatar from that article. You can also paraphrase direct quotes, where you work brief fragments from a text into the grammar of your own sentences. If you have a particularly long quote, be sure to use the block quote method. Quotes longer than passages of 4 lines need to be indented, single-spaced, and set off in a block from the rest of the prose. It should look like this. This is just a gibberish example where you have the regular text up here, that paragraph ends. Typically you would actually want to use a colon for this punctuation here. Then you begin the quote. You can see there's no quotation marks at the beginning or end. It's indented an extra ½ inch from the normal prose, and it's single spaced. Also, typically your regular prose would be actually double spaced. When working sections of texts into your own writing, be sure to use attributive tags. Strategically placed attributive tags will allow you to distinguish your source's words and ideas from your own. This is better than simply placing the source author's name in a parenthetical citation with the page number, because this can cause ambiguity. It doesn't clearly mark where the borrowed material begins or ends, and it tends to imply that the borrowed material is a fact because it's not filtered in the language of the writer. For these reasons, using attributive tags is the preferred method in MLA citation. Also, be sure to use attributive tags to not only introduce your sources, but also to shape the reader's attitudes toward the sources. You can indicate things like the credentials of the source or the lack thereof, the political or social views of the author and/or the author's angle of vision, the title of the source and publisher if it provides relevant context, and historical or cultural information about the source, again, if that provides a relevant context. Keep these strategies in mind as you work to incorporate sources into your own writing.